Gondo just went berserk. That's what happened, Swimmeroo. There's a lot of emotes there. How am I coming in? Coming in okay, I hope. Sound check, you guys. Very good. Good. And I think we got everything we need. Whoa, my chat just went berserk. There's Torthalion, just from the Wandering Wanderers kinship. Just fix my chat here, just so I can tuck it nicely behind my portrait here. Good enough. I think that'll work. Actually, that's a little too far down. Sounds primo. Good, good. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. As long as the chat's kind of covered, I just I don't really have much to hide. Like, I don't really have any incriminating stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I was just gonna say, welcome, Swimmeroo. Did you notice the rings? The rings color. So we've got Swimmer, we've got Gondo, we've got Penny. Not sure who else is here, but I'm counting on Cousin Fuelis to be here, actually, because Swimmer usually goes for dinner. I apologize. I'm a few minutes late here, and it's just because I was trying to. I forgot all about the Riddle pages, and I was trying to get those ready in time, and then I realized that I had kind of printed off Riddle pages before that were. Like, I tried to mix up the book just in case anyone had this book. So I didn't forget about the riddles. I didn't, Gondo, but I was just trying to get more. And then I realized that I already used these ones. So I'm hoping I have enough riddles to go around. You know, knock on Riley here. Yeah. You just take it easy. Yeah. It's not your turn yet. So anyway, welcome to the stream. It's Tuesday, March 8th. 4:55. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might be like the 3-month anniversary. I don't want to say when I started streaming, because that was in mid-December, but I don't know. Anyway, the 3-month subscription rings are out. They give you a ring when you have your own channel, I guess. So, and I see Swimmer the Roo. I think Swimmer the Roo is like one of the first folks who subscribed. So we got those rings, and I like them. They're pretty cool. They're kind of the gold version of the brass ones. So so that's pretty neat. And let's see here. What else? Riley's going away. Okay. So I'm in Eregion now, and I think that's where I'm going to start this stream. Just get some quests done. This is Jubilost Narthropple, my gnome burglar. I've finally reached Eregion. So for those of you who know behind the scenes, I've kind of been doing zones that I wasn't really going to do, because this particular character has been following the Fellowship from I was, and I can't remember what I did. I think it was just doing the class quest, Gondo, to get to 48, and I just got there. Or maybe it was the Rivendell quest that I was asking you about, the I guess the preview for Moria, the early stuff for Moria, what am I looking for? The prologue for Moria. So I was looking for those. So I've done a little bit of work in Angmar and Evendim. Those weren't on the stream with this character, but because I really just wanted to kind of follow the Fellowship. So we've gone from the Shire to Bree via the Old Forests and the Barrow Downs, then to Lavone Lands, Last Bridge, Trollshaws. We've done the Angle, so we're kind of going from Rivendell down to the Angle, and now we finally just come out of where the Angle actually like physically ends, which is Eregion. And this zone still uses the old school type of map, still the old paper map. It's not quite as detailed as like the new Breland maps or the Angle or anything. But you can see you get to the walls of Moria here. So we're just going to follow the usual path of the region. This has to be probably my second favorite zone of the Eriador zones, I would say. because it's all outdoors and it's all over land, so you don't really have to delve into mountains or valleys, or be underground for any kind of extended period of time. So I like it. It's kind of like one last before you hit the mines, and then you got like 9 zones through the mines. So it's definitely a refreshing place to be. The music is great. They kind of screwed up the soundtrack here a little bit a few years ago when we had that great soundtrack revamp, but it's really great. I've got someone else here. Now that's another thing about Eregion is there's 129 people right now on this server. Population's a little low just because we are in between expansions here on Treebeard's server, but Eregion, you always seem to run into someone. There's always someone kind of doing quests around where you are. So we're gonna see if we can get together a group, unless any kinmates needed, because look at this guy, it's a hunter too. Great. I wonder if this hunter's just, hopefully he's not thinking to just torment me and take mobs, because there's really no reason to kill fireflies. They're not a quest mob. So anyway, Fulis can come and kind of show him the ropes if that's the case. But yeah, so I'm gonna see, unless any kinmates need the there's a fellowship quest here that it would be pretty difficult to solo. I think it's Leader of the Foul Wood is what it's called. So there's a bunch of wood trolls underground, and let me just adjust here. A bunch of wood trolls underground, and then you've got a leader who's a what is he? He's an Uruk, and he's got a big wood troll buddy. So let's see here. Gondo says, as a dwarf, I'm offended. Moria's open and airy and vibrant with life. In the garden, Gondo. In the garden, it definitely is. But I gotta tell you, Fulis and I, we love Moria. We really do. But we came out of that zone and it was like, oh, I can breathe, Lothlorien, light, air, not dark, so that was a, you know what I'm talking about, for sure. So I've completed all of the class deeds so far on this character. Comes as no surprise. There's still one more tier of deeds. There's still tier 8 that I still have to complete, but the first 7 are done. So we're kind of ready to go. I am missing 1 book page from all 3 books. I am. Gondo, when I put on those accelerators, I really just go berserk. There's no other way to put it. I go berserk when it comes to oh, I just realized there are no horns here. Maybe that fellow was looking for horns. So I use those skill and slayer deed boosts, right? Because I'm trying to do stuff off stream on the character, and it always seems to work out where I use them, and then I basically just try to spam the same skills over and over. There's one point in the game where I'm pretty sure you're running blue, but I swapped the yellow just to get the tricks. You have to do 1,000 tricks, and I find that if you go yellow, it really is the best policy for that. It goes very, very quickly. You can string together about 4 tricks, and you just go through your tricks. So you're getting like 8 tricks a fight if you're accelerated, so it goes pretty quick. But then I use red to do most of my deeds, unless it's like trick removal skills, because that's another yellow traded thing. So anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a good Tuesday. I had a bit of a busy day, busy morning with work here and there. But all in all, it was kind of a quiet Tuesday. Had an appointment this afternoon, just a brief one, just before the stream. So that also was kind of why I was a little bit on the late side. So. But hope everybody's workday went well. And if you're in the UK or if you're overseas, then I hope you had a good workday and you're just about ready to call it a night. I was running blue. I switched to red. Oh, okay, Gondo, I gotcha. I like blue. I ran blue for about the first 30 levels on this. I thought it was really fun. And then it seemed like the devs thought, hey, those blue guys are having a little too much fun, because then they nerfed the blue line. Like they nerfed the red line. So basically burglars are almost back to being what they were before the great burglar revamp of like 2018, where we actually got good for a while, which is kind of disappointing. You know, they take it and then they give it away. Like I guess I could understand, just like Warden. Yeah, exactly, right? Now, as far as I know, Gondo, I'm not all that familiar with Wardens, as you know. But basically, I'll give you kind of a snapshot. It was 2019, I guess. Anor was running full gear, and I was playing Burglar, and I was running, or maybe this was 2020. Doesn't really matter. One of those 2 years. I was running tier 2 Dol Guldur, and I was just smashing like the raid damage. I was doing 1/4 of the raid damage on that first boss that we used to farm for the legendary weapons. I can't remember what his name was. First boss in the instance, anyway. If you drop below half health, he just starts murking everybody. And but we used to run him for about an hour just to get guys legendary weapons. So I was just knocking it out of the park, and I had some what do they call these things here? Like buff bars. I had some add-ons, I guess, or plugins. That's what it was. I had the DPS plugin, and I was able to monitor my damage, and I think he had 4.3 million. And I was doing that was at tier 1, guys. That was only tier 1, but I was doing about 950,000 on him. So quite a bit of damage, especially considering we had 2 really good hunters in the raid, and the Warden would be able to keep up with the DPS. But it just took him a little longer because it was all bleeds, right? So eventually the bleeds would outdo my burglar DPS, but between me and the Warden, we were, you know, getting like 50% of the kill over time. And then they totally nerfed the there's tons of people here. I can't believe Laura is here now. Laura H. Tons of people in this area. I just saw someone else ride by. Torthalion is here, a runekeeper. I could see the lightning. So yeah, so it's and then we got nerfed. They basically said, you know, the burglar wasn't designed to do this much damage. It's doing too much damage, and there's that dwarf again, the dwarf champion. Oh, it looks like guys are just murking the Dunlendings over here. That's Laura. A lot of champions. Champion coming in here at level 44 too. I tried to do that actually with my Fulis, and I tried to do that with our hunter and captain mix, and it was a little bit on the difficult side. After a little while, we had to go somewhere else because we couldn't get some of the follow-up quests. So I'm just gonna do this just to get the hatchet. There's a hatchet that drops off these guys. There we go. I got it. Okay. So anyway, so they nerfed that. So now Gondo, did they do the same thing to the Warden? Is the Warden like did the Warden take a big nerf? Like, did they reduce the power of the bleeds? Because at the time, it was argued that the Warden was the best DPS class in the game, simply because of the bleeds over time. Like, eventually bleeds would kill something, the Warden could just even stop working, and the bleeds would kill it. Have they taken a big nerf? I'm wondering. Oh, self-healing they nerfed. Okay. Okay, I understand that. It really is kind of the class that like Warden and Runekeeper, right? They're both the class that can do it all. Like you know, apparently Arcade's got boosted. I was talking to Penny, I believe, earlier on, and apparently Arcade's got boosted, which was kind of interesting because like when I was playing my arcade, they had just been nerfed. So the lightning wasn't quite as strong. The fire was good in an instance. You know, if you're doing a boss fight, damage over time, but the fire is great. But the healing was kind of the star of the show with the Runekeeper for a while there after the DPS nerfs. So, and they got their fire DPS back. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm. Fuelus and I have a plan. We've just, they're still top tier heals. Yeah, for sure. I didn't notice any kind of announcements on that as far as the, like any class changes or whatnot. But I've heard now they're back to being they were kind of in a class that when Anor first came out, everybody was rolling Runekeepers, but then they were kind of aside from heals, they were kind of like very, very underpowered. So that's good to hear. Yeah, so Fuelus and I, my cousin Fuelus, for those who watch the Sunday night streams, the family streams, you've heard of him, or you've heard from him. And if you don't, I'm sure you heard his character name is Fuelus, but his Twitch name is Real Mr. Dom. I'm gonna shout him out here 1 second. See if I can do this. I think it's just Real Mr. Dom. There we go. Okay, yeah. So Real Mr. Dom is my cousin, and we just hit level 60 today. We just hit cap. We were doing not right now, and Gondo, you can imagine that he won't probably be streaming within the next few days even more. But he used to stream pretty much full time, but he did different games. He would, I believe, he would stream almost anything. He'd do some racing games, and he'd do yes. John, welcome to the stream. Welcome, John. And who is this Fuelus that you speak of? Yes, Penny. Yes, Fuelus, that other legendary hunter, the original bowmaster, if you were. So welcome, John. Hopefully you had a good day at work, and let's see, Gondo's given the kappa. Oh, Rue is back. All right, so yeah, so we're just getting started here. John, I'm just kind of hit Eregion. I am doing those first few quests in here. It is the Gwingris area is busy for some apparent reason. I'm not sure why. You got 130 people spread all over the server, but yet about 5 of us are in Gwingris. It's kind of an interesting spread. So anyway, guys, welcome aboard. Welcome, John. Welcome, Gondo, Penny, Fuelus. Anyway, so we hit level 60 today, John. Fuelus and I hit level 60. So we were adventuring in Lothlorien, and Fuelus got his favorite title in the game, folks. He goes by the Poacher of Protected Woods or something like that. He loves that poaching. Jeez, a lot of pressure apparently from these guys to get to level 60. Look at that. But yeah, he loves that. He loves that poaching deed. This time, folks, he sucked me in. I'd let him do it by himself before. I'm like, Fuelus, I am not having any part of this poaching. You can poach all you want, but this time he drew me in, and then what does he do? The very first thing is like, you got to kill 6 deer. You got to poach 6 protected deer. So what does he pick on? The full-grown bucks? No. The does? No, the younglings. He starts taking on the little fawns, and I was just like, oh. So I stood by, watched, and then the fawn would ram him and stun him, and I'd laugh at him. So I did that, but then I had to kind of join the dark side, and I know, right, Gondo? It's I just have a personal dilemma with doing that deed. Believe me, I'm not like anti-hunter or anything. I really am not. But I mean, they're just little babies. I gotta tell you something too. I gotta reveal a secret of Fuelus. So Fuelus and I, Fulis and I played a pair of Runekeepers. It was our first High Elf Runekeepers. And we were playing on the Landraville server, so the live server. And I think the Runekeepers were called Thurmir, and then Osgirth, which was kind of the first and last name of one of his characters. Anyway, that's the origin of the Runekeepers. But, you know, at one point in time we were in Ivandim. And for those of you who don't know, Evandim has, you know, quite a bit of bears, and there's a bear den there where there are youngling bears just kind of wandering around innocent, you know, like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and whatnot. And so Fulis got surprised by a bear, you know, and he was really upset by it. The bear kind of, I think, like roared at him, caused him some fear. I don't know why I'm skipping all these their deeds. But anyway, so he killed the bear mom. And then right there on Discord, right there as I was with him, he said, you know, now I gotta kill your young. And he did the Runekeeper like Palpatine, you know, the big lightning bolt. And he one-shot crit the bear for like 5,000 damage. The bear had maybe like 2,500 morale. And the bear just, the little Teddy just kind of went like, roar. He stood up because he was just electrocuted. And then he just flopped over, you know. It was like the saddest thing you could ever imagine. So Fulis, for those of you who think Fulis is all like, you know, rainbows and lollipops and whatnot, Fulis has a dark side, and every once in a while he explores it, so that's for sure. Yeah, I told him, Gondo, I told him PETA was going to be on his butt, but, you know. Now, to be fair, you know, Fulis is kind of he's a hunter in real life. He enjoys the thrill of the hunt. We also play Hunter Call of the Wild on the PlayStation series, so he like we're no stranger to hunting, but at the same time, you try to leave the young, and that's the next generation of huntables, right? And that's like speaking from the dark side. So, no, it's not your time yet. Stop. You're giving me crap for nothing? Okay. All right. So sorry about that. My cat the cat's been screaming all day because they didn't get fed a full bowl. Now, if you know my cats are fat, and they're not fat by accident. They like to eat. So, oh crap! I had to kill these worms. I didn't even know. So he got upset last night. Yeah. Fulis, poacher of the innocent. It should be. Maybe even the innocent children. You know, like, let's just totally, if we're going to take him down that hole, might as well just take him down the whole way. So, he totally does, Gondo. That's another thing. He's discovered now that when I do this, I pick him up, right? And this cat loves attention. Positive, negative, pizza man saying, oh, hello, any kind of attention this cat can get, he just, like, he soaks it in like a sponge, so. And it's not like he doesn't get attention. He gets attention all the time. So believe me, he's no sob story to be, you know, pitied. He's just a big fat monster who, you know, wants to be fed, wants to be loved constantly. Anyway, he's gone now, so I like giving that cat a hard time too. I really do. Mock him, and I've given him timeouts. Actually, I've put him in a room, shut the door, just because there are times where he just will not stop. You know, a lot of people put up with this. They think it's cute, right? They post on Facebook or they post on social media like, my cat woke me up at 7 o'clock and he's standing on my head and he's like, you know, like jumping on the bed and he's racing all I was a big fat monster who wants to be fed once. You know, as I said that, I was kind of thinking of myself. I really was. I just wasn't really gonna go there, but anyway, so, you know, that stuff just don't, you know, that whole bed thing. Sue, I'm off to bed, but just wanted to drop in and say hi. Hope you have a great stream tonight, folks. Welcome, Sue. Good night, Sue. And thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it, even if it's just for a couple moments. Stop that. Okay, I'm gonna do it just because he's going berserk here. One moment. You want to come up, eh? All right, come on. Let's go. Make this quick. Okay. There he is. He's a big one. We used to kind of ring him like a little bell, you know, like that. But he's getting a little bit too big, and it puts a little bit too much strain on his arms. But he's always just looking for attention. This guy always. Okay, you're done now. You're done. Go play. Okay, so there you go, guys. There's Riley. He's back. Hold on, I got an idea. The old can of air trick. That's the first time that I've done that, but that was actually really funny. He just bolted. Now he's all right. Yeah, because of Riley, right? So I gave him that can of air, and he didn't know what to do. He just took off like a bullet. I may be onto something. That's another thing actually I heard. There was another streamer. I don't know if it was Green Eye Gamer. But anyway, they were talking about having to clean up. I think it was Green Eye Gamer. I think it was Jessica. And they were talking about having to clean out their computer. And someone mentioned there's like an electric air blower or something like that. I'm definitely interested. Because I clean out my hey Schlatano! Well, welcome aboard. I actually saw that you were streaming last night. I was gonna check it out. I was exhausted. I just went to bed. But welcome to the stream, and welcome to the chat. Schlatano is a Lotro streamer as well. I'm gonna do this here. Actually, you know what, Swimmeroo, you're here. You can mod. You can send a shout out to Schlatano. Give her a follow. It was a little late for me. You know, I'm no spring chicken, and you know, I'm not quite like a fall hen yet, but I do have a bedtime, and I try to adhere to it. So, but I hope you had a good stream, and welcome to the stream here. So, Swimmeroo still trying to figure that out, or is it? I don't know if my mods kind of go on strike here sometimes. And there we go. All right, you know, that's what you know. That's what you get for having family members as mods. You get free labor, but at the same time, you know, there's that comfort zone, and you still have to snap the whip a little bit. And you know, my own son. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you all are doing really well. What do I have? I had another story for you guys, and I can't remember what it was. Okay, I gotta tell you, because there's a couple of stories, you know, and they're gonna come back to me. I'm at that age right now where, like, I remember things. I love the paraphernalia in the background, by the way. You know, thank you very much. I try, right? Like, I don't have a green screen yet, or I don't have anything like that, but I do have some pretty, well, not maybe some of it's unique, but thanks for the compliment, and I'll kind of elaborate. So this here is, I believe it's this year's calendar. I think. Oh, it's actually March, so I'm a little bit behind. Oh, look, it's Legolas. Okay, so I have to change, let me see here. What are we? Are we the 10th? We're the 8th. This is a calendar from years ago, so I don't have to worry about changing that one. That one's from years ago. This is the current one there, and Gandalf is on both. And I'm not sure what the March one is, but I'll have to clean that up. This is actually a cloth map of Middle-earth. Back here, so it's like silk. It's pretty neat, and I've got a couple other neat things that I kind of have shown the stream. I've got a Gandalf pipe. It actually is in there. It's actually functional if I wanted to use it, but there's that. My son and family got me this for Christmas. This is a Lord of the Rings Fisher Price Little People set. I don't know if you can see that. So there's that, and that was a really cute gift. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And then I've got a couple of books here that I keep handy. One is the Atlas of Middle Earth, which well, obviously it's an atlas, but it's got some really nice maps and illustration. I have also have a Churchwarden Gannett. Yes. Is that what it is? Is it a Churchwarden pipe? The Noble Collection. I'm not sure. But yes, so then I have this. It's actually inspired from my love of Lord of the Rings Online. It's recipes from the world of Tolkien, and several of these are mentioned in the movies and the books. So, oh, that's one of my news items. That's one of my news items. So sorry for the digression, but it's cool that you notice some background. And this right here, this is actually I'm gonna take it down. I hate to take it down because I mean like I'm touching it and whatever, but this was given to me for Christmas by my son, by Swimmer the Roo. He painted it himself. It's his kind of Bob Ross thing. So I thought it was beautiful, and what a great like unique Christmas gift. You know, an original painting, and this is why I don't get nice things. There we go. So yeah, so that's kind of a little tour of the back room. Guys, I got to tell you one thing I'm pretty excited about that we're going to add to the stream probably next week because it's due in by Monday, is we are going to have a new thing. It's going to be Lord of the Rings movie trivia. Movie trivia. You guys will be able to buy, and I'm going to make it relatively cheap because I'm going to have tons of trivia questions. But I was able to procure a source of trivia questions for the Lord of the Rings movies. So yeah, so we're going to have the trivia. And it should be coming next. And it is movie trivia, right? Because let's just face it, you know, like not everybody has read the books, and not everybody has like close read the books. Some of the language is a little bit difficult and tough to come by. But you can love the movies. And oh, look at you guys. Gondo says, yes, movie trivia. Enter John says, nice painting. I was expecting it to be more rudimentary. So painted by the Roo. Bruh, you know, Swimmer the Roo. So yeah, that's an exciting kind of coming soon. Now, okay, back to my story. So I had, okay, let me just go over this because this was kind of funny from the, how do you have some XP, so many XP boosts on Treebeard? I can only find one. Hi, DeCorpse. Welcome to the chat again today. Welcome back. So I have, let's see here. As far as XP boosts, I'm going to show you. So this earring here is the earring of the Dead City. It came from pre-ordering the Minas Morgul expansion, and I think it was at a higher tier. It gave you the earring. I think it was either the middle tier or the highest tier. So that's where I got that earring. Now, it carries over to every single character on every single server, including Treebeard. So that's one thing. This here is my Fateful Gundabad earring, and I got it at Christmas because I hadn't bought the Gundabad expansion, but then that was on sale, and so was the War of the Three Peaks. They were both on sale at Christmas, so I picked that one up then. I'm not sure which pack it comes with. Again, I think it may be the middle or the high pack, but I'm not sure. It was relatively cheap anyway, and it was one that I didn't have. The other booster is from Darude's Stone. I also have the Stone of the Rohirrim. I think it's called the Outriders Token. So yes, so they're account-wide purchases from the expansions. They usually give them as a reward. So I got 3. Now there is actually a 4th. This comes from Gift of the Helmingus, Gift of the Great Alliance, Gift of Gundabad, and Gift of Gundabad. Okay, so that's mounted XP. So that's how come I have those. There's also a Harbinger's, I don't know if it's a cloak or a shield or it's something that can, I think it's a cloak. It can be equipped on all characters anyway, and I can't remember what it was from. I think it was pre-ordering Rohan, which I didn't do. At least I think that's what it was from. Anyway, that also gives you an XP boost, so I think there are 4 total XP boosting items that you can have. Now, it's a little bit of a controversy on Treebeard, I'll be honest with you, and I was just talking with John about this the other night too, about how, you know, like he kind of wishes he had the packs, you know, because he was, you know, like it's a long level on Treebeard. 40% XP forces you to pretty much do everything, And it's offset a little bit if you play on Deadly or one of the higher difficulty levels, because you get a little bit more XP from kills from those levels. But it's still a slow process. So I'm of the mind, and I've said this before in another stream, I'm of the mind where I really wouldn't mind if they banned all like XP boosting abilities on this server, but I would like argue that that should include the store. Like, there, you know, people are basically, when the level cap went from 50 to 60, people were there in 15 minutes because they bought a 200 XP boost from the store, and they had a bunch of missions ready to turn in, and basically they just instantly power leveled to 60. It took them like 15 minutes. So I'm not agreeable to that. I'm like, I think, you know, if you really want to race for server first titles, you know, then that's fine. You know, like everybody plays the game for their own way, but at the same time, you know, that's kind of being, in my own mind, that's being big fish in a small pond a little bit. But I mean, you know, like I said, I'm not going to criticize anyone. I've been playing this game for a long time, and you know, everybody has different play styles. But as far as just leveling, I think, you know, it's meant to be a slow progression server, kind of smell the roses, enjoy the trip, you know, experience Middle Earth. So keeping in that theme, then that's where I kind of figure, you know, it would be okay to ban the purchases, even as someone who's bought them and paid you know, real life money for them, for the boosts. I still wouldn't be terribly hurt if they didn't put those in. So that's my opinion on that. Now, let's see here. Well done, the boost. Gondo's laughing. All right. Okay, so let me. I've got a couple of real life stories for you. Now, a couple of you have heard these stories before. I'm playing a captain on Treebird, but only level 8. That 40% XP is killing me. I have a 25% boost from pocket item and 10% for boosting the difficulty, but leveling is already grindy. It really is kind of meant to be too, right? Like, and especially those early levels. Those early levels can really be a grind. Like, they really force you to kind of examine not just the starter zone that you start in, but also, you know, like, I'm not sure what class you're playing, but you're either going to start in the Shire, Ered Luin, or like in Archette and Combe and Staddle. And it really kind of makes you go into another zone, just because you're XP starved, right? Like, you're level 8. Maybe you've already done all the starter quests for your zone, so, you know, you'd have to take a look into the Shire or take a look into one of the other zones to make up the difference. So, but let's see, what am I doing here? Half orcs yet. Okay, I got all these worms. Started in Heirloom and now in Combe. Yeah. It really does take some time to get that done. Like, to get those zones done and to get additional XP to a level where, you know, you're going to actually make a go of it, and get into the normal Bree quests. I figure you could probably start normal Bree quests around level like 13, 14. I think that's a good kind of range to start. But okay, so I had an interesting experience. So for those of you who follow the stream, you know that my significant other Basila was in another province. She was about a 5-hour flight away, and she was scheduled to come back on Sunday. So in our area of the country on Saturday, let me just check here. I'm missing a couple of half orcs, and I can't remember where I got them. So anyway, in our part of the country, we actually had I'm not going to say an ice storm, because I don't think it was that bad, but like, the weather had changed from cold and snow to basically like a freezing rain. And I live in a place that has an outdoor like storm drain sort of thing, and sorry, there's a lot of noise going on right outside my building here. So anyway, so there was the storm drain was covered over. So ready for spring up here. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure, right? I am too, and I can finally kind of sense that it's almost here. So anyway, so the storm drain, I peeked out Saturday. I brought down a load of laundry to the basement, and I peeked outside just to make sure that the drain was clear. And lo and behold, all the ice and snow had slid over it, and it was covered. So, and it had kind of frozen over a little bit because it was really cold for the last like few days before that storm. So I'm out there at like quarter after 12, 12:30, midnight, banging on the ground with a hammer and trying to chisel out this ice. So my neighbors probably weren't too thrilled with me, but anyway, finally broke the ice, and so I'm like, okay, it should be ready now. I'm let some water flow back over it, and the drain was frozen stiff, like there was nothing getting through. So I'm kind of flipping out, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna flood. I'm really gonna flood if I don't fix this. So all I did that night was I tried to chisel out a little bit. I didn't know how far down it was frozen, so I chiseled out some, and then I poured a little bit of salt into the hole, and was like, okay, come the morning with the temperature rising, I got this, right? No, I didn't. I woke up the next morning, I had like about 4 inches of water over the drain pipe, and it hadn't thawed up. All right. Make arrangements to have someone come over, remove my cover of the sump pump inside the house, run a hose down the sump pump and try to clear out, like with hot water from my washer dryer connector, try to clear out the clog from the inside. So this is at like 8:30 Sunday morning. So I'm up till 2 o'clock Sunday morning, and then I'm up again at 8 because it's flooded. So we're doing all this. Couldn't get that done, so instead went outside and just hosed the thing with hot water, prayed, and finally it went through. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep that night or during the day, thanks to that adventure. Now, a little bit of another story about Great Canadian Winter and how that can kind of affect things is I get a text message from my cousin Fulis today, and he sent me a message, and all it had in it was a picture. Well, at first it was just a picture of his ceiling, and I'm like, okay, what's going? Or no, a picture of his computer equipment, and it looked like it was all taken apart and whatever. And he's like, I won't be online for a while. It's like, oh, what's going on now? That's kind of ominous. Then he sends me a video where he's pointing up to the ceiling, and there's a couple of little drilled holes, and water is just pouring out of those drilled holes, right where his computer would be. So apparently what happened is he noticed that, like, there was a kind of a, maybe a small wet spot on the ceiling the night before, and he spent the night away from home. Went to see some family just a little, like a couple of blocks over. He came back today, and he said he noticed that the ceiling had actually dropped an inch or two, and he was pushing on the ceiling, and it was actually slooshing under his hand, like he could feel the water moving. So he he drilled that hole to alleviate some pressure, and man, like with all the water that came out, he is so lucky that whole thing, and Gundabad and I were talking about this in game earlier on. He is so lucky that that he didn't just have the whole ceiling cave in at once, because you see it right on those videos. It's just like a camera set up, and then all of a sudden, boom, the ceiling comes down, crashes on top of the computer. You get chips everywhere, and the whole thing. So it would have been one of those, and he's just really lucky that he caught it in time. So Great Canadian Winter turning to spring adventures. I have heard that a lot of people are experiencing like a major. It was beautiful on the weekend, like Osiran down in your area. I think you're in Rhode Island, and or close to it. You're in the eastern seaboard, and apparently the temperature was just up in the almost the 70s there. And then all of a sudden, like it's now taking a dip, and it's you guys are supposed to get snow and all that. So be right back. I've got to reset my PC. All right, Swimmer the Roo. So yeah, so I'm ready for spring. Spring usually gets here. Now, I'm saying Canada, and it's not like we're all kind of an invisible line at the border, and we're all just frozen like Arctic, like up here. Had several days in the 80s last week. Yeah, down in Louisiana. Oh boy, I actually got some news about that, Penny. That's it's kind of an interesting thing. More news, guys. More news. But I must say that like in my area, I'm a little bit further north than say Toronto, that line of latitude. I'm about a 5 hour, well, I guess about a 4 hour drive north of Toronto, and a little over 200 miles, I think. So depending on like what part of the highway, I guess it's 4 hours. Maybe it only takes a little less than that, but so anyway, so it's a little slower coming. We usually get spring in May, or May, when it's finally like, okay, it's not going to snow anymore, because I remember on the 1st of July we got snow up at the airport here a few years back, and you never can tell. There's just weird stuff that happens. So okay, so this is the conclusion to things left behind, or what did I just turn in? Scouring the path. So then it leads to things left behind. So this fella says, Jubilust, I fear there is little time to lose. Go to Icad Eregion, far to the south and east, and speak with Gol Gallen. Warn him that there may be signs of the company's passing in the wild. That actually reminds me of another story, and I'm going to write this down here. Okay. You can tell where this is going. I read Gallen, so we're going to talk about that in a moment. So that's another quest. Let me go through these quests here, guys, and then I'll tell you my next story. Okay, so I'm turning in a foul wood. This was, defeating the lurkers and the trees. No, it's keepers of the wood. So, killing wood trolls, 16 wood trolls, while you were dealing with our immediate concerns in Gundabad Earring. Our scouts learned that there is a large presence of wood trolls there as well. These creatures are bred by the Dark Lord and may well be the cause for the corruption of the forest. From what the scouts say, the wood trolls dwell mainly in Sad Thareg, at the southern edge of Glad Earring. Go and see what you can learn of their presence there. Take an ally or two. Nah, I think we can do this by ourselves. We're big enough, even at a 3-foot height. Holly leaf tea. So I got holly leaf tea. More holly leaf tea. More lembas bread. The tea from the leaves you brought me was exquisite. Unfortunately, I've used them up and will not be able to make any more. Go get more leaves. Okay, that's a repeatable. Oh, and he's got a follow-up. Seeds for the future. I am afraid that your efforts to the south will not be enough to repel the corruption the enemy has brought to Glad Earring. The evil has gone far too deep. In order to repair the damage that our enemies have brought about, we will need to replant the holly trees that have been devastated by the trolls and their foul ways. So we just need to plant or collect seeds. Journey south and find holly seeds from the bushes, bring them to me, and we will find the opportunity. Okay. Fair enough. This is a great area, guys. There's so many quests. Good follow-ups. You're back again. You're like Ross Perot in an election. You're a swimmer the roo. You're out. You're in. You're out. You're in. Daiganon, I have two things to turn. Lost goods. Remaining goods. With one delivery lost and the worms on the rise, we have need of your help. It is unlikely that all of the delivery is completely lost. If you find any more goods, please bring them to me. So this fellow needs satchels and crates. Fair enough. The path from Rivendell says, well done. Okay, this was the worms. 14 worms we killed. Okay, the worm sire. I cannot thank you enough for dealing with the worms that threaten our supplies from Rivendell, but I have another task for you that should prove to be a more decisive step in safeguarding our deliveries. To the south of Pend Eregion in the east, there is a small clump of large hills. On the north side of these hills are a series of dens the worms use to raise their young. It is here that you will find Brunank. Hey, Rose Garden, hey! Welcome! welcome to the chat. It's here you'll find Brunank, Lord of the Worms. Okay, so we're gonna kill the Lord of the Worms. But welcome, and thanks for that raid. Appreciate that. That's kind of cool. You don't normally stream in the afternoon, so it's kind of neat that that you were, and that you're rating me. That's it's really cool. Welcome, Noah. Hey, Noah, welcome aboard. I guess you guys were watching. Rose was playing Life is Strange, and Cat on the Top Shelf. I saw your name in Rose's chat, and yeah, so hopefully you had fun watching that. And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Sit back, grab a chair. As I'm fond to say, you'll pay for the whole seat here in Steely Dad 2021's experience, but you'll only use the edge. So there we go. Watching her play Life is Strange, very cool, very cool. Okay, so I found this axe off of Dunlending, and now I need to destroy their means. I need to collect axes from the Dunlendings 15. You were right to bring this to my attention, Jubilos. Not only are there brigands at the very doorstep, nor are they simply taking our forest. They are part of a larger plan at work that we do not yet understand. Undoubtedly, they are providing wood for the craftsmen of Saruman, but to what goal I do not know. It's not for me to surmise the greater purpose behind these matters. For now, let us deal with the problem at hand. Go back to the Dunlendings lumber camp and take their axes from them. Okay. So we're just going to go and ask politely and take those axes. How's everyone? I'm doing okay, Noah. Had a good day. Hopefully everybody else is having a good one as well. Well done, Jubilos. This should limit the White Hand's ability to gather knowledge of our forces here and of other things that should remain hidden. With their numbers weakened by your efforts, we have an opportunity to strike a distance. Okay, so this was an Army of Eyes. This is the Crabine quest that we completed. And the follow-up is the Roosting Tree. So we have to destroy the Roosting Tree. You have thinned the number of Crabine, but unfortunately more will return to replace the ones you killed. In order to drive them out entirely, you will need to remove their means of rest and shelter. They've found a large tree in which to roost. As much as I despise the thought, you'll have to burn the tree down. Well, you know what? The right guy just wandered into chat, folks, because if anybody knows anything about fire, it's Noah. So Noah, we are ready to go and do this. We're going to burn that tree to the ground. Burn it down. No, I'm just teasing, bud. I'm just teasing. Egg collectors. So let's see here. What do I have to do? Defeat Arsgat and search his body. So the Worm Keeper. You have dealt with the half-orc rabble here in Northern Eregion, but their true purpose is only beginning to become clear. Recently, our scouts have indicated that a half-orc with some skill in training the worms is attempting to bend the vile beasts to his will. If he succeeds, he could build a terrible army in Eregion. Return to the east and look for a small range of mountains south of the road to Rivendell. Among them is Carcrez. If you find Arsgat there, put it into his violin. Okay. Okay, I think we have all the follow-ups now. Let's see, 8 of 10 quests completed. That's good. The next thing will be throwing a Molotov cocktail in the Chetwood. I just know it. Well, Noah, Fulis and I just hit level 60 just today. So we will be probably heading to that Chetwood at some point in time just to do some deeds. So, you're welcome to come along, bring that cocktail, and, take away killers home. We have a friend in the community named Killer, and he's a Lotro player. He hasn't ventured very far from the Chetwood. He thinks Chetwood is actually endgame Lotro. So we always threaten to burn it down and burn Jagger Jack's house and burn everything else. So. But he takes it well. Everybody takes jokes well. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's a little bit dry in here, folks, so pardon me while I hydrate. Okay, so we got to take out some trolls. You know what we haven't had yet, though? We haven't had a riddle. And with Rose's raid, I'm sorry, Rose, I usually do a riddle whenever we get raided in honor of the raiders. So let's read a riddle from the raiders raid thing. I'm done. Okay, let's read this riddle. So let's see here. What do I have? I have a fell tender. Okay, I did that one. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one. It's a quick hitter, but it's a little tricksy. Think about it for a moment. The riddle is worded as this, and I go by the wording, it's like kind of a little bit archaic, but whatever. What hatches without food? What hatches without food? That is the riddle. What hatches without food? You can stew that one over as I continue to hunt for... I don't even know what I'm looking for here. Oh, holly bushes. Okay. Now, another thing we've got planned. Noah, I don't know if you're free. Oh, Gondo's not on. Gondo, are you still in the chat? By the way, I was wondering. Later on in the stream, we were actually talking about getting some Annuminous instances going, and I thought that was a great idea. Get a few kinnies in, and go into Annuminous. It is a scaling instance, however. It's more going in at this point for the deeds than for the rewards, so I think we'd probably place it a few levels below where we are, just to get through it a little bit quicker, and for brevity's sake, sort of thing. So I'm not sure when this is going to happen, Noah. I know Gondo wanted to go in, so I'm kind of waiting on word from him. At first, it was just supposed to be Ostalindil, but it sounds like everybody could use a run through Annuminous, and there is a deed in there, Penny. There's a deed in there to get the bosses done. There are 5, I believe, bosses in Annuminous. 1 in the first instance, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, or something like that. Or maybe it's 1, 2, 3. Anyway, within the actual Annuminous instances themselves, and we can get those done. Gondo and I were kind of deeding out some stuff. Deeds, yes indeed. So Penny, I must ask you. Were you deeding today on your other characters? Because I saw that you were in Gartha Garwin on your captain, so I was thinking, maybe Penny's in there doing location deeds. And there was another, your other character was, oh no, your other character's in Halls of Crafting, that's right. But anyway, deeds always intrigue me. I love to see people do them. Oh, and you know what, Penny, I forgot. I completely forgot my other stories, so I am in the process of booking, maybe. I am in the process of booking a vacation to visit some friends in Florida. Now, I thought I originally, my original plan was I was going to drive down, because I really do love the drive. It's a long drive. It's like an entire day. But at the same time, there's just certain points in that drive that just speak to me. I finished the Lone Lands meta deed there. Yes. Okay. I suspected as much. I was wondering what that captain was doing, wandering the Lone Lands purposelessly, but there was a purpose. And we were all of us deceived, for another deed was done. Right, Penny? So anyway, I am making plans. I'm making plans to go down, and I was going to drive, but the gas prices, and that's where it linked up to the other story. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I know it's news all around the country, basically all around the world, rising gas prices as the result of, the market being pushed by the war. I don't really want to get into kind of any political talk or any, talk. I do not support war. It's just not, conflict can be avoided. But at the same time, gas prices are really skyrocketing. And, I'm reading on the news. I watch the Philadelphia news at night. And just because it's a pretty exciting news station to watch. It's CBS Philadelphia. And with Yuki Washington and Jessica Cartalia, and I know the whole load of them now, the sports fellow and the weather girl, who happen to be kind of doing those on the regular. So they were talking about gas prices in Pennsylvania being about $4.50 a gallon. And you know, I thought that was expensive. And then I'm seeing some prices around the country where it's even higher than that. It's like $5 a gallon, you know, or like $5.50 a gallon, I think I saw. Well, up here in Canada, we sell gas by the liter. We're metric, of course. So so right now gas is $1.85. Now that was just the last time I went out and actually spotted it on the pump. So I can report that this was accurate as of, oh, I want to say like yesterday, I think. $1.85 a gallon, or $1.85 a liter. Now, the unfortunate thing about that is that there are 3.78, I believe, liters in a gallon. So when you do the math, we're paying about $7.35 or 40 cents a gallon up here in Canada. Like it is ridiculous. So you know, like as you kind of read the 450 a gallon from Pennsylvania, I was like, geez, I wish that's still like relatively cheap for us. You know, it's about over $7 a gallon for gas. So I'm not sure. It is Schlitato. That's it's crazy, and so that kind of puts the kibosh. Well, it doesn't, because I don't have to do much Canadian travel. Like I have about I guess a 6-hour trip to the border. So it's like one can of gas. There's this tree. Tree wants me dead. So it's like one can of gas, or one fill up of gas at that price. And if I fill up at one place near my hometown, it is kind of a little bit cheaper. But I need 4 more wood trolls. I'm avoiding them here. But then, like, as I'm driving through, you know, I'm going to be going through New York State, Pennsylvania, Maryland, DC, very briefly, then Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and then down to the great state of Florida. So that's the trip, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe driving down, maybe I should fly, you know. So I'm thinking of the benefits of flying, and you know, that one is I could just, first of all, the flight is maybe about a 4-hour flight instead of a 25-hour drive. So, you know, like I'd be less exhausted for the first couple of days after I get there. So that's definitely a plus. The second thing is the car ride it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It is a 2-day trip. I usually stop either in Pennsylvania or North Carolina, depending on when I go. Let me know when you have a trip in the middle of the states. So I took that route. I actually went down one time. I went through the Buffalo route, and I went through a whole lot of different states. I think I went through New York, like basically eastern New York, then Pennsylvania for a bit, then I believe I went through Tennessee, and then West Virginia, I think so. But yeah, so so I was looking at the price for the flights, right? Because I was just like, okay, how much would it cost me to fly? And then I think I just need the leaves for the tea, so this is good. How much would it cost me to fly and then take a rental car for a week? Because I'm planning on going down for a week. And when you drive, basically you're talking about chopping 2 days off the end. So basically I have 9 days of vacation. So I'd arrive on the second day that I leave, and I'd leave, you know, 2 days before my vacation was up. So basically I'm there for 5 days, 6 maybe. So it would give me more time to spend down there with friends and you know, like food and, you know, whatever else I go down there for. It's basically friends and food for me, maybe some board games, you know. But anyway, and the weather, of course, because you don't shovel sunshine, folks. That's an important life lesson. And I looked at the flights, and they aren't bad. So I'm trying to figure it out, you know, like altogether the flight would cost me. Now this is a lot of money, but I mean it is vacation, and I do get paid out vacation pay, so it would cover it. like with my job, I get, paid vacation, and it would cost me about $1,300 Canadian for the flight there and back and a rental car, so all inclusive. So if I spend money on gas, I would probably spend maybe a couple of hundred on the way there, a couple of hundred on the way back. This one, Penny, was $15 a day, the rental car. Now, another thing about rental cars is I can't take an econo car. Like I can't get the little wee miniature cars. I'm a big dude. Like I'm sick. The old height thing here, but I am 6'5", and I'm below 300 pounds, and I wear my weight well, and I can't fit in, but I tend to need like a full size car to be comfortable, right? So it's $15 a day for that car. So I'm kind of weighing the pros and cons, and I think I'm gonna go. I just don't know. I don't know. Basically, there's so many questions. Like if I book this flight now, it's going to be this price. But what happens if, the fighting comes to an end, say 3 weeks from now, and the gas prices start to lower, and I'm kicking myself for not making that wonderful drive, and I love to stop. There's certain places I just love to stop. Like, I have to stop in Walterboro, South Carolina, I think is the name of the place. There's a place off the highway that makes the most outstanding pralines. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's kind of I believe it's a southern thing for sure. It's like pecans and sugar and deliciousness. I actually got some the last time I was in New Orleans, Louisiana. And the pralines in New Orleans were outstanding. But I usually stop at this place on the highway for pralines, and oh my goodness, they are just delicious. And just it's so cool because folks take advantage of the fact that if you go places, you get different restaurants, right? And I'm not like, I can go to McDonald's in Canada, I can go to Burger King in Canada, I can go to Taco Bell, I can go to the usual assortment, right? But pralines are huge in Louisiana. Yes, like I said, the last time, you definitely should, Latato. They're amazing. They're like just so delicious. If you don't have a nut allergy, then it's definitely worth it. It's worth the try. So. And they're difficult to make. It's actually kind of a delicacy. You got to make them on like cold marble, and they keep like moving the batter around and stuff. It was pretty cool. Frog legs and gator, and so I had the gator. I actually had a little gator on a stick there. Rotisserie gator on a stick. I think that's what I tried when I was down there. So. But yeah, so I'm just kind of fighting with myself over that. Should I just book the flight and just do it? I've never done that before. I've never booked the flight to Florida. I've always driven. So it's kind of it's kind of part of the vacation for me to drive down, but at the same time the appeal of just like disappearing into the airport, coming out 5 hours later, and being there and ready to rock, and not like feeling like sleeping for the first day that I'm there. It would be I tried fried. I would say about the same. 7 out of 10 for both. Tasted a lot like chicken to me. Just chicken with a little bit of a different kind of gaminess to it. And it wasn't bad, but flight, Penny? Yeah, I'm thinking that. I really seriously am. I just got to pull the trigger, I guess. And I think in the long run, because another thing too is, yeah, that's right, Schlitato. That's the impression that I got too. So I'm thinking, Penny, with the flight too, I'm thinking about driving, and then I'm also thinking, how many times am I going to stop along the way to eat? Because I want to stop at, like, say, a Texas Roadhouse. I want to stop at a Zaxby's, like stuff that I can't get in Canada. Like those stops it'll take me a couple hours, might make the trip longer. I'm going to be spending money on the road, so with the flight, I don't have to worry about anything. It's just like I get it, I eat breakfast at home or in the hotel if I leave early morning, and then just like I get there, and then it's like, hey, it's time to eat, so So I'd save a bunch of money on meals. It would probably be safer too. That's another thing, is like I stayed at a pretty sketchy hotel. It wasn't sketchy. The hotel wasn't sketchy, but this was in what was it? It was in South Carolina. It was in Florence, South Carolina. And I just kind of hit a wall and I had to stop. And the hotel was really nice. It was a Quality Inn, and it was very, very nice. Like the room was amazing, but like there were folks out in the parking lot, and they were like going from car to car and begging, and then they were kind of like not leaving people alone. And eventually, like, I watched the security was called, and I was like, oh my god, is this gonna get like dramatic sort of thing? So I waited a little bit, went for breakfast at the Waffle House, and then came back and got into the car and went. And I was actually asked, you have any change? You have any change? And I just said, I'm sorry, I've got to go, and I have no money. So it was just going. But every time you stay somewhere, stay on the road in a hotel, it's always kind of I usually stay, like I said, I stay in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, or sometimes I stay in oh my goodness, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, just near there. That took a second. I had to remember the address there. So, but I stay in those two places, and those are pretty safe. The guy in Gettysburg remembers me because every time I go there, we talk about just how nasty Quebec people are, like people from Quebec, Canada, the province of Quebec. It's a French-speaking province. They're all over Florida. You'll see those cars with the 6-digit Quebec license plates, and they're just not very nice people. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they wanted to secede from Canada a few years ago, and we were just like, just go. If it wasn't for the maritime provinces being on the eastern seaboard, and having to kind of go through Quebec to get to the rest of the country, I felt bad for those maritime provinces, but it's just like, you can go. If you want to leave. That's my attitude toward Quebec, folks. Anyway, I don't really want to get too into, like I said, into politics or anything controversial. So I think I just let's see here. Oh wow, I didn't know that. And I have a friend in Montreal. I can see it. Yes. So Schlatedo, that's I gotta tell you, I've been to Montreal. I love that city. I really do. Hey, Brol, welcome back. Brol, I actually had something I was gonna talk to you about. That's how see about Texas. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Let's keep it light. Yeah. But I can understand that. Some states just rub the others the wrong way. Florida itself is not exactly known as like, Florida man does this, Florida woman does this, and all those outrageous stories, and they're true. I can vouch for a couple of them. I can't say one of them on this channel. I can't say either, really. Well, I can kind of say one, but the other one has language that is not appropriate for this Twitch family-friendly channel, so... Anyway, Brol, so welcome back to the chat, buddy. And I had a couple of things, and this reminded me of yet another story. Imagine that. Brol, I'm going to say, I didn't answer one of your questions from the last stream that you visited in, and that was, had I seen Spider-Man, I think it was No Way Home. And because I think we were talking about Marvel and DC and the Batman movie and how you were going to see it and whatnot. I did see Spider-Man No Way Home. I loved it. I gotta tell you, I don't think it was made for my demographic. There were a lot of jokes that my son got that I didn't. But fantastic movie, I will say, especially as the movie rode on. I'm not a big fan of Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I gotta tell you, just both of them just kind of came across as being really wimpy. But they... like this movie with Tom was excellent. I just liked it, kind of start to finish. I think Swimmer the Rue would agree with you. Toby, with that statement, Toby is the best. I hope they stop rebooting the franchise, because I like the current fellow the best, honestly, like just from what I watched. But oh yes, okay, so there's the story. So the movie was really good, bro. And I'm sorry I didn't get to your question last time, guys. I'm just going to segue just for a second. Sometimes as I'm reading the chat, that is kind of my weakness. I'm still a new streamer. I've only been doing it since mid-December. You know, I think I'm 3 months into it, so I can't use that excuse really. But there's some things that I can still improve upon, and I guess getting through the chat is one of them. So I apologize for not answering that question. And there was another one that was asked last week that I forgot about too. But anyway, so Brol, one last thing about Spider-Man. The theater that we were in, because of the pandemic, everybody had to wear a mask throughout the whole movie, and they didn't serve popcorn. There was no popcorn, there was no soda, there was no candy, there was nothing. You couldn't eat or drink in the theater at all. I honestly think that that's kind of like, if we had a constitution here in Canada, that would be unconstitutional. You got to be able to drink, you know. So my husband does like a movie podcast and is big into critiquing movies, so I get to hear about superhero movies all the time. Yeah. Shalatano, it seems like you seem like a natural streamer. Well, thank you for that compliment. I do have experience teaching. And giving public speeches, because my current job, I usually have to do presentations. My previous job was teaching, and the job I had before that was being a kind of a personal banker. So I've always been really chatty Cathy, interactive, talking with people. So, you know, like it's I'm not shy to be in front of the camera, you know, or I'm not shy to kind of, you know, speak to people. My only thing is I'm a little wordy. And you know, I watch a couple of streams. I'm gonna get Swarmer the Root. Can you do a shout out just for the with 2 E's, Green Eyed Gamer? Shout her out, because Jessica, actually, I've been watching her stream a lot during the week. She's a Lotro streamer. She's very, very good. I don't know if she's streaming right now, actually, but she might be. I was watching her stream earlier, and yeah, no problem. So, John, that's kind of a do, you know, like, one of those moments. Yeah, so I will say that, you know, like, I watch Jessica, and I'm a big fan, and she's not nearly as chatty Cathy as me. But she's a hoot. Like, she has a lot of fun playing the game. There's good folks in her chat, which I really like, and yeah, she's a good one. So give her a follow if you haven't already. She's rated my channel, honestly, quite a few times, and the very first time she rated me, she got like timed out by the Nightbot that lurks around her channel. PB on that one. I swing wildly between chatty and very quiet. I honestly think that sometimes, like when I first started doing these streams, and I gotta ask Gondaman, are you there? I'm looking for my friend Gondo. I have something I'd like to talk to him about. But anyway, let me take a drink here. When I first started streaming, I was just like, you know, I have stories to tell, and where am I going here? Oh, okay. I look at that rainbow at night. Look at that. A night bow in the land of Eregion, where the elves once dwelled. Anything can happen. Let me just put it to you that way. That's cool. That's actually kind of a nice screenshot, eh? Like if I think it's F10? No, F12? Yeah, F12, Jubilos kind of looking up at the rainbow in Eregion. It's a bit of a rocky terrain, but I'll F11 that and take a screenshot. So when I first started, it was just like, I like the game. It is. I actually saw a rainbow below the ground in this place too once. I think Lotro was just giving me a hard time, but our a night bow, dear baby blood was spilled this day. Oh no. Well, we know who to blame for that, don't we, John? Oh, you know what, guys? I know where this is. I think this is where you get the Ridge Runner deed. The ground bow. It was below. I think this is where Fuelis took me to get the Ridge Runner deed. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I'm going to try to do it. I've only ever done, I know, my own blood. I've only ever done this, I think I've never done it on my own. I've only done it like with Fuelis. So let's see if I can do it. I think I did it. I think I did it. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, poop. All right. So the Ridge Runner deed is you have to reach that little building right up at the top of the ridge there. And yeah, so Fuelis had a guide, and Fuelis knew where to jump. And I don't have my guide, and I think that's where I jump. I think I just screwed up the second part of it. Honestly, I got a little too excited, and I think I jumped again. But anyway, yeah, so believe it or not, Schlatato, I was playing, you know, for like 14 years, and that was the first time this year, 2022, that I actually got the Ridge Runner title. So it was kind of a very special night. So so I'm gonna go around again because I just spoiled this and get the Worm Keeper and the Worm Sire. So first started just by kind of telling stories as I was going through the Shire, and you know, like you start off and you don't that's an interesting story in itself. Oh hey. So I own the game since the beginning. Hey Maddie, how you doing? Valen Ben 2, my friend Madeline from Lord of the Rings Online. All right, sorry, coming in.
I just don't want to fight you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so Basila's back from Alberta, so she just got in from work too, working a different shift. But yes, I am. I'm getting close to the mines. On yet another character. This would actually be, I think Fuelis and I were talking, and we were talking like that. This is the fourth character I think that I'm gonna have at level 60. So my Altaholic, and I have one character at level 50 as well. So my Altaholism is coming back. Now, I don't know if this counts, but this would actually be my second Burglar, which is a little bit ridiculous, but it is what it is. Let's see here. So yes, so I bought the game in 2007. Bought it. I don't think it was. I was definitely not a day one player. I never played the beta. I will not make those claims. But I will say I was a year one buyer. I bought it at Walmart day one, or like first year, and I never put it on the PC. The reason is at the time it was 2007. I had a son who was 1 year old. Doing good, Steely got a bit sucked into Elden Ring, not as much Lotro. So I gotta ask you, what do you think? What do you think about Elden Ring? I've heard it's amazing. That's what I've heard. So I've also heard Lost Ark is amazing too, but in a different way. So anyway, so yes, so getting back to that story, I bought it in 2007. I sat on it for like a year because I knew with a newborn and you know whatnot. And you know, like kind of being an active family member, that I'd probably get addicted, and I'd probably like, you know, be ignoring my family sometimes for the game. It happens. I mean, guys are guys, you know, whatever. And I'm just a dude at the end of it all. But at the same time, you know, it started to be like when my son had a bedtime, you know, and like then my partner at the time, like his mom, would also go to bed at the same time. So from 9 o'clock at night on, I was left alone, and I was always a night owl. So it's like, what the hell am I going to do? I can't just load up Tropico again and again and again and build this damn island. You know, I've already done it like, you know, 50 times. So I said, you know what? I'm going to load it up. And the rest is history. I mean, love the game. I've gone back to it now since 2008. You know, it's just been a part of my life since. I've taken breaks from it, but I always seem to come back. Always. And that's it. That's it for this series of quests. So let's go back to Gwingris. So did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? That darn Gondo. You know, of all the folks so you'll understand when he gets here. Anyway, guys, hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the chat. Nobody answered the riddle. So, Brol, you have another shot. Nobody answered this riddle. The riddle is very simple. It's a 4-word riddle. And the riddle is, what hatches without food? What hatches without food? And it's, you gotta think maybe one of those is kind of like one of those words is a metaphor. It's very effective. It's a 4-word riddle. What hatches without food? But go ahead. A plan. Excellent answer. Excellent answer, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's not. That's outstanding, though, actually. And Madeline, you said, really love it. Love to explore the world. And when you finally beat a boss you've been stuck on for a bit, it's a great feeling. That's awesome. And there's real Mr. Dom. Welcome, Dom. I've basically been telling everybody all about your murdering of innocent baby deer. Yes, indeed. So you may be vilified at first, but have no fear, cousin. You are welcome here. And so is everybody else. So if you're liking this, guys, go ahead and hit the follow button. Come back on Thursday. We stream 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Sunday's a family stream. I've been playing with Real Mr. Dom. And if Dom's unavailable, I think we're due for a family game night with Rue and Rose Garden. Poaching, yeah, this is great. It's not planned, Swimmer. I'm sorry, no, it's not planned. Mandalorian 2000. Well done. Hunger is what hatches without food. Well done. Penny, okay, so listen to this, guys. Look who showed up. You know, poaching any animals lately, Dom. And Dom's like, don't start with me, John. Penny, those poor innocent animals. We told Penny, a few list posts in chat to Penny. Hey, Penny, got my title, Poacher of the Forsaken Woods or whatever title. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but he's like, got the title. Penny's like, congrats! Penny is pro shooting the baby animals. Don't let that smile fool you. Don't let those little hobbit feet fool you. She's all in favor of shooting whatever moves. Fellow hunter, so. Well done, Mandalorian. Well done. I hope you didn't go to Google, because we don't go to Google on the channel. Don't ask Alexa. Don't ask Siri, or don't ask anyone. Just use your old noodle, and congratulations. Let's see here. Now what's going on? Mr. Dom, 3 under the bus, pulled your body out from underneath and 3 you under second. Oh, poor Dom. I really shouldn't pick on him. He had a rough day, let me tell you. Had a rough day. Plan was going to be my first guess. Well done. Well done. And welcome back. That's how it usually goes, my friend. Oh, John. Holy look. Well, there's a fellow. Wow. Thank you, Liren. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, everyone, to Steely Dad. Before I forget, I've got a bad habit. Can we get a shout out for Liren 1986? I am good, Anubis. Welcome back. Give him a shout out, folks, because Liren has rated our channel many times. He is a Lord of the Rings online player. He's actually kind of a little bit of an inspiration, not gonna lie, for me, because I don't watch any other stream where people are doing endgame content or late game content. I don't watch any other. He's like my source for future Lotro stuff. And so thanks again. The Green Eye Gamer viewers are also here. Oh, awesome. Gotta love when you just kind of like spread that love forward, like we go from the gamer. I was in that stream. Actually, I think I left it about an hour ago. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Wow. So about 2 hours ago, then I guess I was in her stream, and Liren, I saw you were streaming this afternoon. I don't think you were streaming Lotro though, were you? I just saw that you had popped on. I got the notification, and I saw you had popped on, and that's when I had to kind of leave for work and leave Jessica's stream as well. So, and Hard Hit, welcome to the stream. Death Shadow, given the lurk. You had me a good endgame content. Yeah. So Liren, everybody go give that guy a follow, and check him out. Definitely one of my favorite Lotro streamers. The streamers, period. I don't follow too many people, but I definitely follow Liren. So this calls for a party. This calls for a couple of things. This calls for a riddle, first of all, and maybe even a dad joke. All right, cousin, I'm gonna head out and get some rust. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dom. Thank you very much for stopping by. And fetch Diesel for a stream appearance. Oh, I'd have to ask Basila, guys. I'd have to ask Basila. I don't even know if the sword is tactical mitigation, critical rating, will fate. That's a lore master sword. So welcome in, Raiders, once again, and let me get a riddle for you in honor of you coming out. Give me 1 second, too. I'm going to see if I can get Diesel. Okay, so we're gonna get Diesel. Let's see. Oh, look at what's going on here, mounted poached animal. So anyway, okay, so let's get a riddle going here. That was a good one. Oh, this is good too, guys. This is good. So good luck with you. No Googling. You're all on your honor here. But this is a good one. Oh, well, this is a good one. So we'll. There we go. There we go. Look at them. Look at them. There's the big one. There's Big D's. Oh. Give you a big close up. Big close up. Oh. There's the Diesel. There's the Dieselator. He is the 22-pounder, also known as Buddha. He's just so mellow. Look at him. He's just like,
He's sleeping on the chair.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let him out. Oh. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's the D's.
Did you show the socks on the stream?
Didn't know what? Oh, no, I didn't. I never did.
Oh, why are they in here?
I don't, well, because I was going to. Okay, guys, let's see here. What's going on? Ascend mounted poached animal. Oh, Roo. Okay. So I got these. These are socks, folks. They're my Diesel socks. Basila got them for me as a gift. I think they're like the cutest thing. They've got his face on them and a bunch of paws and stuff. So I really do love the cats. I love Diesel more than I love Riley. I'll say that right now. I'm not shy. I love Diesel more than I love Riley. I will say that. You know. All right, go on. No. Okay. So maybe we can do some merch, some Diesel merch. Anyway, guys, yeah. So welcome to the stream. And if you like what you see, go ahead, give a follow, and give Liren a follow as well. So, okay, here's the riddle. Sorry, guys, for the delay, but Diesel is still here. Walk on the living, they don't even mumble. Walk on the dead, they mutter and grumble. What are they? Walk. You're not supposed to. I don't know if you guys heard that. What a scam. You got it too. You did. Okay, so Basila got that one. All right. Sadly got to head out now. It was fun. Take care. Thank you, Schlatato. Thank you very much for coming. And definitely want to show off my cat next stream. Everybody should be showing off their cats. So sleep with one eye open. Oh, yes, indeed. So I got to tell you, I don't know if you chat heard it, but I have a feeling it might have went through. But I told the riddle. She just peeked in and said leaves. And that is the answer. So walk on the living, they don't even mumble. Walk on the dead, they mutter and grumble. It was leaves. So good grief. Godfrey Chamberlain, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. I've got a black screen and it just came back. So guys, I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to give you another riddle, bonus riddle. Basila, you can't answer this one. Yeah. Okay. I have 6 faces, but not even one body connected. I have 21 eyes in total, but I can't see. What am I? I have 6 faces, but not even one body connected. No, not a clock. 21 eyes in total, but I cannot see. What am I? Mandalorian. 2 in a row. Well done. A die. That is the answer. So, Swarm of the Roo, the irony is the very next riddle on the line is I have a face but no eyes, hands but no arms, what am I? And the answer to that one was clock. So you missed your calling by one. But anyway, so another page into the shredder. And Mando is killing it. Yes, one more Mando and you get the golden trifecta and the title of Riddle Master, if I can make that thing. So very cool, very cool. I'm gonna give you guys a dad joke just as a bonus too. You can redeem these, with channel points, but I'll give you dad jokes because some of you like them, and maybe you can use this one. This one I used on another channel. I used on Swim of the Roost channel. So no, just pause for a second if you heard it before. But have you heard of the band 923 Megabytes? Have you heard of that band? 923 Megabytes? Probably not. They haven't had a gig yet. They haven't had a gig yet in 923 megabytes. Okay, let's see here. Hard hit. I knew you'd like that, buddy. I knew you would. Okay, well, anyway, welcome to the stream, and let's get back to the action here. So we're in Eregion. We are doing the Gwingris quests, and I'm just waiting for a lumpy clump. I like that emote. That's good. That's a great combo. Yes, indeed. So I'm waiting for Gondaman to come back because we're supposed to get a little something going in the kin, but right now only John and I are on. So let's see here. Daigadin says, this is light armor and this is a spear. I don't want either one. Excellent work. Okay, hey, completed the first of the Silent and Restless. Yeah, we just completed Silent and Restless. So now it's intermediate. So okay. So in case you guys are wondering, I'm playing on the Treebeard server here. This server has a level cap of 60. So I'm currently level 48. I do have my legendary weapon and my legendary item. I don't have anything on them yet. I haven't really done much work with that on this character. I just actually got the allies today. So working my way slowly, and this character has been following the path of the Fellowship for the whole adventure. He's gone from the Shire, Breeland, Lone Lands, Trollshaws, down into the Angle of Myth-Ithil, and now into Eregion. So we're almost to Moria, and we're following the Fellowship along the way. So good adventures. Argat has perished. That is welcome news. Perhaps the evil he has wrought. So this is Kalaloth's gift. Tactical mastery, good for a caster. Disturbing news. Talk to Lingliel at Ecad Eregion. So one of those. On to the next hub quests. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. My Tuesday started with a headache. Honestly, it did. But it's definitely looking up. I gotta look at what I'm doing on Monday nights because I've woken up on Tuesday with headaches recently, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing differently. Maybe it's the weather. It might be the weather. So. That's a Balerian damaged dagger. I like that. I can do without the woodcutter gloves. I can make myself a new pair of gloves, but I like that offhand dagger. Let's use that right now. I think. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so we got Balerian damage on both weapons now. What did I think of the angle? Sadly missed those earlier streams. Well, a couple of things about that then. Defeat Dunlang southeast of Wingris, 0 of 12. So I loved it. I really liked the main storyline of it that kind of like took place throughout the whole thing. And then there's a bunch of interesting quests. There's a few points of interest that are really cool. Like, I don't really want to spoil it to you, but there's a certain building that was abandoned like hundreds of years prior to this current time period, but is still relatively intact enough, and it's very cool. So there's a couple of places like that in there I really enjoyed. I don't like giant cliffs in a game that kind of like block you from going from one place to another, and I found that happened a couple of times. But and another thing that does happen is, you could finish a quest and then they can send you to a different area, and you will you'll run into just a random quest in the middle of the zone, like out in the wilds. So they're counting on you to be linear, to like, okay, you got this, now you're gonna go talk to this guy. As you're leaving, you see a ring. So, oh, there you go, Rose Garden. You read my mind. You read my mind. So, if you guys want to check out any previous streams, they are on my YouTube channel. I just export them so that they get saved, because Twitch doesn't save all of your streams. So if you want to go check out any earlier adventures right from the very beginning, Jubilos, even starting in the Shire, that was, I think, episode 1, my first ever, and I think I'm on stream 35, which is like amazing. But anyway, you can check out those previous streams. So go check them out. Valenben / Madeline, go check those out if you'd like. But I really liked it. I did. So we're going to defeat Dunlendings for this next one. And let's see here. What else? I apologize. I have apologies to make. For any of you, though, who follow the channel, and I hope all of you follow, that would be great, because I'd like to see you back on Thursdays and Sundays. So if you haven't followed yet, go ahead and follow. But for those of you who follow the channel and you like the VODs, like if you're in Eurotime and you're watching this on a VOD, and because it's kind of too late to watch, your time, and you're catching this on a replay, my last stream I screwed up the sound setting, and there's no sound on the VOD. What is this? Gondo! Oh my goodness. Gondaman is paying forward the gift they got from Manbear J to the community. Damn, Gondo! Very cool. Very cool. Paying forward the gift. That's very cool, Gondo. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. Now, Gondo, I've been waiting for you to come back, my friend, because I have something for you. And so let's see who we got here. We got DeCorpse with a gift sub. We've got Lumpy Clump with a gift sub. We've got Death Shadow with a gift sub. We've got Mayhem with a gift sub. And Colonel Chili's with a gift sub. So, wow. What a great guy. Now, Gondo, you're going to make me look like a kind of a bit of a schlep here. But let me just say, Gondo, thank you so much. Thank you. I never ask for subscriptions, guys. I'm still so new and, just kind of getting going. But this is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Truly do. Now, I was going to do this. Now, give me a moment, Gondo. Give me a second here. Because this is I was sneaky Pete, Gondo, I got to admit, because I asked you in a private message on Twitch. I said, Gondo, you're going to be in the next stream. Now, just give me 1 second here. I just need to get over here. And, this is where I was. Okay, so, one moment. One moment, please. Sorry, I don't need to get off stream, but there's something I need to do. And it'll just take me a second. Okay, there we go. I think that's it. And I think there we go. I think that is going to be it. I hope it is. I hope that's it. Gondo, are you there? Dum, dum, dum. I kind of know you're there, but are you there? I just want to see if I got something right. I did. Okay, cool. What is going? Oh, thank you. Sorry, Joaquin. I missed it. I was kind of off, but thank you very much for your follow. I appreciate that. Gondaman, welcome to the VIP section. This is why I was asking you, like on Saturday, like if you were going to be on the stream today. So Gondo's kind of been one of my first followers, and he's been to almost every broadcast. I don't even recall a broadcast that he's missed, like a stream. So Gondo, welcome to the VIP club. Can Swimmer the Root, can you change those permissions in the Discord? And also you have some work to do on the Discord with all these subs. So thanks, Gondo. Thank you very much. And the gift subs are like, they're just icing on the cake. That just tells you the quality of this person. Thank you so much, Gondo. Really do appreciate it. And thanks for being here. It's an honor to, I was just starting off the stream. Like I tell everybody all the time, I just thought I was going to get family, but then you meet so many amazing people on Twitch, that it's just fantastic. So Okay, here's that leader of the foul wood. And really enjoy the... Thank you, Gondo. Appreciate that. Hard hit, absolutely. Star for the Gondo. And yeah, so wow. What a great way to kind of kick off the stream. I think those are the first gift subs too of the... They're like my first gift subs of the month. So you know, I don't ask anybody to sub. It's just like, it's an honor to have y'all here. So you know, and that just... Okay, I'm gonna stop now because I'm gonna ramble all night, and John's gonna tell me to breathe soon, and it all goes from that. So, and welcome to the chat, Joaquin. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream, and hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you very much for the follow. All right, so I have to defeat the leader of the foul wood. I have 3 of these quests. One is defeat the Dunlendings, plant seeds, and defeat Zagafun. Do I do it, guys? Do I see if I can solo this? I mean, I'm level 48. I'm actually, like, I think on level for it. It's definitely a fellowship quest, and it could get hairy, but I think it might be an adventure to see if I can solo it. So maybe I'll do it. I just talked myself into it. Of course, if any of you guys need a leader of the foul wood, and you want to quickly log in and come on over, then by all means. But I just have to find these fertile soil patches. I did it on my champ. Not sure how the bird will do. I do have the riddles, so I'm thinking that may help. And I do DPS. Leader of the foul wood is even hard without a difficulty. Yeah, indeed. Gondo and Decorpse have been updated. Excellent, excellent. Guys, on the Discord too, I posted something today. It was an interview with Professor Tolkien. I really enjoyed the part where he actually writes in Elvish, like the Elvish letters. I thought it was a pretty special thing. You know, it's about a 7-minute long interview, so it's and I believe I've seen it before. I don't know if I've actually seen it. I might have heard it, because I think it's on the audio books that I've a couple of the old audio book sets that I have, but definitely worth a check out. And it's on the Discord. So Rue, can we get a Discord thing? A Discord shout out. I'm keeping Rue busy tonight. There we go. So if you want to come and check out the Discord, come on in. The weather's fine. It's a little cold, but then you can check that out. I think that's in the Tolkien Connections, which of course is the way they spell connection in our connections in the world of Middle Earth. It's just one of those things. It's like Old English, like wagon with 2 G's. I've always found that pretty neat. Okay, sorry to keep you in suspense, but I am going to make it over there into that instance. Let's see. I did one a little bit ago. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to go into the instance first. And, oh, there's a fertile soil right there. And then I'll get to this quest after. All my wagons have 2 Gs. I think I've done a few essays. And I purposely, like, papers, you know, university papers for my degree. And I believe I've always spelled, if I ever had to spell anything like that, I believe I've spelt wagon like that, and I believe I've spelt connection and a couple of other words. And I got them marked wrong, and then I had a great conversation with most of my profs, because they knew by then I was a big nerd for Tolkien, and I'd correct them on it. I'd be like, no, this spelling is actually quite correct and quite acceptable, unless you wish to counter the professor, who is of course a professor at Oxford. You know, if you have that kind of gall or qualifications, then by all means, you know, mark it wrong, but I want that mark back. I am on the Treebeard server, Jokey. The Treebeard Legendary server. Oh, no problem, no problem. Alright, so far so good. I can DPS them faster than they can kill me, but ladies and gentlemen, I think I need some help. And, much to Swimmeroo's delight, it's time for a pie. It's time to eat a pie. Perfect pie. Off we go. I'll have one of those. I'll have a masterful mash. And I'll have a cream of barley soup. There we go. Boom. Water title. Last place I look. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So I gotta tell you, I apologize again. I was just in, Gondo, you were actually interrupting a very Canadian thing. I was saying sorry. And the reason I was saying sorry is because I screwed up the sound, and the VOD for the last broadcast had no sound. So for those of you who are watching on the VOD, or who will be, who may have, kind of tuned in and gone, what the heck's wrong with my computer? How come I can't hear him? Well, it's because the big dope forgot to, I was doing a little bit of sound tests for a project that I'm kind of working on, and I forgot to reconnect the sound to the VOD. So this should have sounds. Exactly, Gondo. I think what we'll do too, Gondo and John, is maybe after this little instance, after I do the first set of quests from Gwingris, maybe we can load in and do some Illuminous. That might be fun. I'm completely losing track of time though. It's crazy. It's already like, we've already been streaming for 2 hours. It's just flown by. Oh, I'm gonna mez some people here. I think this guy's gonna get the old conch. A 24-hour stream. You know what, Gondo? You know what? No. No, I can't do it. So Mandalorian, what kin are you on Treebeard? I have a level 57 Bjorning on Treebeard, and I like three characters around level 20. So there's a bit of a story to this, and I'm gonna be switching kins very shortly. Right now we're in the kinship created by another Lotro. Well, he doesn't really stream much Lotro these days. He's streaming I'm not sure what he's streaming. He's streaming he streams a lot of MMOs, and his name is ManBearJ. He really did a lot to help out my channel. Really funny guy. Really good streams on that channel. If you like your streams like just humor end-to-end sort of thing. And he's got a lot of MMOs on the go. So if you're a fan of MMOs, definitely give him a check out. Now, Jay started this kinship on the server, but he's kind of been MIA a little bit recently. So now here we go. I'm going to just give me 1 second here. I just been watch ManBearJ. He hasn't. No, and that's kind of the reason why that, and just we've had a difference of opinion of a couple of things, and I'm not going to say anything like negative about it, like anything like that. It's just like we've gone our own ways, and I wish him well, but I think. Okay, give me a sec. There we go. All right, that's what I was trying to do. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of kiting around. I want to find a nice place here to finish log on. All right, there we go. Now it's just Zagafoom. It's just me and Zagafoom. There we go. Okay. Oh, I need to interrupt that. There we go. So anyway, I have a kin that I left I left a couple of characters in. It's a day 2 kin. My cousin Fulis and I started it on day 2, and it's called the Pathfinder Society. So I will be moving tunes back to that kin shortly. I don't know if Jay is going to come back to Treebeard. He might not. But in the meantime, I think I'm just going to move a few of my tunes back over there. So let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? So Gondaman was meet in the middle 12-hour stream. Watch Man Bear. Steely, I have some news. News. Swim, are you okay? I am not streaming tonight. Okay. Swim, is there a reason? And I wish to point out, guys, too, that Swimmeroo has the 3-month ring. Swimmeroo, I think, was my first sub. I think he's the first person that subbed to the channel. Anyway, he and I both have this 3-month ring. You go from the brass ring to the silver ring to the gold ring at 3 months. And then there's more rings. I actually got these rings made for the channel. So the Van Man is playing with his brothers tonight. Who is the Van Man? Is he another streamer? Anyway, guys, we were able to solo that, and it actually was pretty darn easy, I must say. Gondo, you know, put your champ and my Berg on the same page. The Van Man named Dan. The Van Man is playing with his. Oh, okay, all right, I gotcha. The rings of power, Sage. The rings of power are so far away. Oh boy. So I haven't heard much of an update on that show. So now I'm playing Lotro. I gotcha. Well, Lotro is a great way to spend some time and get into the lore. I honestly was going to mention in this that this is an area of huge concern in the Rings of Power. Eregion is, of course, the area that the elves were residing in for the most part, a large community in Middle-earth when Sauron made his return, and he waged war on this area. The doors to Moria were shut, and the dwarves kind of isolated themselves, thus ending an amazing friendship that grew up here between dwarves and elves, where both profited off each other, and apparently it was like a fine arrangement like no other. So I'm loosely paraphrasing quotes from Tolkien, but I'm really excited to see Rings of Power in September. I will count me among the watchers, and negativity be damned. It's new Middle-earth material. If I get grossed out, I get grossed out. But I'm a real Tolkien nerd, and I'll watch anything as long as it's got some Tolkien-esque references and whatnot. So let's just keep our fingers crossed, and let's be optimistic about it, right? So they've got some good writers. I will say that. Okay, so I'm going to defeat these Dunlendings. Oh, I am getting bombarded with something that smells so good coming out of the kitchen. I don't know what Basila's making. I thought we were having chicken wings for dinner. Chicken wings and vegetables and a side, but... So she makes these chicken wings. And we sampled them from a restaurant once. They are lemon pepper chicken wings, but with a twist. They're seasoned with a little bit of soy sauce as well. And let's see here. Holding my breath until it comes out. Lumpy Clump, thanks for the gifted sub. Yep, thank you very much, Gondo. Yeah, so I'm kind of the same way. I'm just curious how they will play Galadriel. She's quite far the most interesting character. I know, and they've got her in like an army, like a military outfit, right? So that's gonna be interesting, since she really is kind of portrayed as like a gentle soul. And even in Lord of the Rings, or the Hobbit movies, where she drove out the necromancer from Dol Guldur, she never raised a blade. She never wore armor. She was dressed in a gown. She has just that hidden power that the elves have. And I'm wondering how it's going to play out, why they have her in armor. Could be just because there's a lot of arrows flying around, and even the mightiest man may be slain by one arrow. Let's see here. Godfrey Chamberlain, welcome to the chat, my friend. Hope you're doing great. Is it easier to look for fellowship on Treebeard than regular servers? I'm going to say that I will say I've never had a problem if I've ever looked for fellowship on this server. There's always someone willing to do what you want. If I just did that Leader of the Foul Wood and I decided I wanted a fellowship, I could get one. It would be very, very easy. So I will say yes. Now, I don't play on the live server anymore. I logged into Landrival, and I actually found out that I was kind of BSing my chat for a long time by saying my Cappy was like level 115 or 120. She was actually, or he was actually level 105. So I was at level 105. I think I just finished Dol Amroth, and that's where I stopped playing on the live servers when Dol Amroth was live. So I have a lot of I have a lot of gear that I don't even know why I grinded for it, but apparently it was pretty good at the time. Okay, so let's see what's going on with chat here. So I'm just curious how they're welcome. Galadriel at first age was much more feisty and assertive. Yes and no. Well, I won't say no. I will say she is maybe a little more fiery, especially when it came to her half brother, or no, her cousin, I guess, Fëanor. Yeah, she was of the House of Thingolfin, that's right. So it would have been a cousin. So Fëanor demanded, of course, like he asked 3 different times, I believe, for hair from her head because he had a craft in mind from it, and she denied him all 3 times. She just didn't like what he was bringing to the table, despite his amazing creations. Let's see here. Did she do any fighting in the Kin Wars? No, she did not, but she did not oppose it either. She spent a lot of time in Doriath with Melian, who was a Maya. Let's see. No, she did not, but she did not oppose it, and then did not mention it to Melian later. And yes, so her concealment. I'm gonna wave to this guy. You know, he's just been hanging out. I'm gonna wave. Her concealment of that was actually seen as treacherous by King Thingol. Thingol actually, said, "Why would thou conceal this from me, cousin?" You know, or a kinsman. That's what he called. And someone else was there. It was, I believe, it was. I'm not sure if it was Fingon or the person who. Finrod. It was Felagund, who was the king of Nargothrond, and he was, I believe, there at the time. And Thingol was upset that they concealed these facts from him, and he regarded it as kind of like shifty and underhanded. But then, basically, he was blaming them for this kinslaying, which took place over the Silmarils. Sorry, I'm getting really nerdy. I'm getting really into like backstory lore here. But he was upset that one elf would kill another, etc. And they were his kin. Some of his kinsmen got killed, and so he started kind of accusing them as guests. Are you in league with these people? If so, I don't know why you're here. And they said, no. If we're in league with them, then so is everybody. And basically, they spilled the beans to Melian and Thingol, and that's when Thingol fenced off Doriath to all of basically Fëanor's sons, all 7 of them. And I think another one as well. So, Burek Yaskol has followed. Thank you very much for that follow. So sorry for some of you who may have been a little overwhelmed by the nerdiness, and I don't claim to have that 100%. I may have misplaced the name. It's been a while since I've read the Silmarillion or any of the side stories that have been released since then. But that's just kind of coming from the old noodle there, and if you haven't read the Silmarillion, folks, give it a read. I strongly suggest it. It became my favorite Tolkien work after I had read it like maybe 5 times or something. Like I was reading it once a year. The first 2 chapters, I'll give you a hint. Okay, first 2 chapters are like where people are like, I can't read this. What the hell does this mean? This is like written in Old English. I don't understand. Who are all these people? How is this? It's a creation story. It's like Genesis in the Bible. And Tolkien was a Catholic, so there's a little bit of a parallelism about a creation story there. But I'm not really going to get into any kind of religion talk, but it's a creation story, and it's just introducing the pantheon of gods and the nature of things. So if you can get past chapter 2, start on chapter 3, that's when the stories begin, and the stories are so damn good. If you like elves, go with the stories. The stories are amazing. So I keep looking at the armor, and I swear the emblem on the armor have to be the star she mentions to Frodo. Yes. Yeah, I think it would be. All right, I have one last quest here, but you know what? I think I'm just going to turn these in. Let's see here. Who's on? Gondo. So Gondo and John, if you're in the chat, do you guys want to jump in and maybe get like a level 40 Numinous? We can do Glingant or we can do Ostelendil. I'm not really opposed to either.
A shadow is on my spirit.
If you guys want.
Will you lend me your ear?
This is just, let's see here. You can change the landscape difficulty on Treebeard. Yes. Yes, and you can do it as, basically you can do it until you reach level 11. I don't know if John's still, I'm sure John's still there. He might just be busy fighting something with that bear. Oh, he's in Bree, so maybe not. Okay, so John's, Gondo's coming in with the Warden. So I am going to switch, I think, at this point, because I don't have the deed unlocked on this character. I might bring another Burglar, guys. I might bring another Burglar, or did I do them on my Burglar? I'm curious. I can't remember now. Maybe I'll bring my Champ. Gondo? Yep, the Champ. So yes, you can change landscape difficulty. There are several difficulties. I'm going to log out and log back in here, guys, on different character. Dinner time for me. See you, my friends. See you, Penny. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna send you an in-game mail, Penny. There's some stuff that I just wanted to kind of go over with you, bounce some ideas off you. So we'll chat soon. Thank you for coming. Okay, so let's bring out Grognak. Grognak is my barbarian champion, and I think I need this deed on him. I'm super new, so I might... No, absolutely not. If you have any questions, you can either post them here, like in chat, and if I can answer them, I will. I'm known to digress, guys. I'm known to kind of go off on rants. But you still have need it on Maddie if you have a spot left? Yeah, for sure. Now, let's see here. So you can change it to multiple difficulty ratings. There is hard, there is, I think, dangerous, and then there's deadly 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're a new player, I would say hard or even dangerous, might be more suitable. Deadly just requires you to do a lot of moving. You have to kind of get out of areas and move into other ones. But what you get from them is, first of all, you get a little bit of challenge from the landscape, where if you don't, I find on the live server, it's just very, very face rolly. So, that gives you one thing. Oh, floaty names are on, floaty names are off. Sauron sends bombing runs on Deadly. Yes, indeed. So I'm actually playing on Deadly right now. I'm wondering if I could just trigger it somehow so you can see. Cracks fingers. Okay. One question really. For freemium, how long would it take to get 90 coin for the mount? Not very long. I would say you could probably get... now, is that 90 like Lotro points? Is that... or maybe I'm kind of confusing things here. Okay. Let's see if this bear brings the wrath of Sauron here. I'm going to pull out the thing. Just going to let him like hit me and see if it triggers. Because I am playing on Deadly 0. I just want the square to appear. Oh, riding skill. Yeah. Basically, once you finish the starter zones, you should have it. So I don't know if it'll trigger because I'm not on level. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Okay. Well, sorry about this, guys. I was trying to demonstrate the circle. Anyway, let's see here. One that bothers me about not having a mount. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so Arid Loon is easy, like Gondo says. The Shire is actually really easy too. It just takes a little bit of time. Let's see here. Invite to Fellowship. Invite to Fellowship. So John Gondo, I'm inviting you guys to the Fellowship. I'm not sure if John's active right now. And Maddie, what character are you on? Oh, Madeline. Okay, one sec. Do I? I don't even think I have you on my friends list here. There we go. Whoa, what is this? Critic! Critic, what a beast! Critic, not home so I can't stay, but had to say hi. Hope you're well. Thank you very much, Critic, for that resubscription for 3 months. And oh my goodness. Noah's coming on as well, so we're gonna get a few people. There he is. Well, kidmate, are you the only one that needs it, Maddie, or does Carol need it as well? This should be fun. We can actually even set the difficulty maybe like around 55-ish, I was thinking. Thank you, Critic. I appreciate that. I really do. And I'm Carol's sleeping tight. Okay. So let's see here. Noah's coming on, and then we'll get going. And then if John comes in, we'll check it out too. Let me just make sure that I need this. I don't think I've done anything. Look at this, folks. Instances in Shadows of Angmar. I have like the Rift. That's all I think I needed to do. I think I can. That's my only quest. So no, I haven't done any instances on this champ, but I did do a lot of deeding. So I think in Evendim, City of Kings. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Oh, damn. Okay. No, I'll still take him. It doesn't really matter. So we'll wait for Noah, and then we'll get going. Okay, so let's see here. Do you guys want to do... go ahead and type in Fellowship Chat if you want. Do you guys want to do Ostelendil? Or Glingant and or the middle one? I'm a reboot and load up. Lotro made a Guardian the first server, but Treebeard sounds cool. Just be prepared, Joaquin. Treebeard server is a slow progression server, and that's frustrating for some. You only gain XP at 40% the rate as I'm up for anything, really? Okay, all right, very cool. Maybe we'll just do Glingant then, get that started. I just feel like I might be doing this and I don't have the other deed done. Actually, I can check. Do I have it? Darn, no. Ah, well, I can always mash in here again. So it's my first run, so it won't bother me. Okay. So just be prepared then to enjoy the ride. That's my advice to anyone, especially if you're coming on Treebeard. Explore. Do all the starter zones. Go ahead and do Bree. Do Arid Lewin. You're loading in game now. Okay, Noah. All right. Peng Deer. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're just coming in now. So just enjoy the ride. Go to the Shire if you want to check that out. But I did have a fellow who was on here earlier who was level 8 and frustrated. It was De Corpse. He was having a tough time. He was like level 8 on his Cappy. He had already done one area, and the XP slowness was troublesome. I'm gonna load this in, I think, at level 53. Just so, well, we've got Noah too. We've got a hunter now, and John's gonna come as well. So, yeah, just sent it, Noah. All right. Okay, so let's get this going here. Plus, yeah, I can get the. It doesn't even matter. Actually, I need to check, guys. Poop. It's a good thing I checked. I need to get my deed accelerator. Hey, there's John. All right. I need to get my deed accelerator out of the vault. Now, John, did you want to bring Mallwalker, or did you want to bring another character? We're going to deed out a Numinous, and I just want to find a level where we're all going to be comfy. There should be a vault here. Where's the vault? They added this, by the way. This vault was not here in the early days of the game. Okay, so let's see here. Take those out. Yeah, I can at least get my undead deed. We can run it at 40. We can for sure. And if that's okay with you guys, if we're just here to deed it out, then that's fine. So, oh, Mallwalker left. Oh, John. Okay. I'm assuming he's bringing in his main. So we're gonna have a warden. Okay, very cool. There is Arifax. All right, so he's coming in. I think I'm going to make a minstrel. All right. Well, that is a fun class. I had a little bit of a difficulty with it. There's Noah, the Bowmaster. I had a difficulty with it until about level 40 playing on Deadly. I just find that you get hit really, really hard when you play on Deadly difficulty with a light armor-wearing class, but... Okay, guys, here we go. Instance Finder. Glingant. Let's do the first one. I like this one. Level, let's set it to 53. That way everything's still kind of, there's colors, but, you know, like, Gondo will be able to hit stuff, and the last boss should be like level 54-ish, so let's do that. Alright guys, no Leroy's from use the spellcaster squishiness. Okay, so we have... Oh, Madeline gonna reset a bit for a deed. Okay, yep, you need one of them. So there's different quests that you get in here. I've got Glingon Corrupted, Nengon, but I've also got Keep It From the Enemy, collect map to Esteldin. Maddie, did you get the right one? And guys, just turn it loose. Don't worry about. We'll worry about stuff at the very end. There's no challenge here. It's just for fun. So just turn your DPS loose and let's do this. I actually have the sleigh bell on right now. Just so if you hear the pride and joy of slaying. This is my barbarian character, folks. He's I'll bring out my sleigh bells ring Christmas tree. And we're just gonna mash in here. Forgive me too if I'm kind of noobish. I haven't been in here for the better part of like two years, I think. So, I think I may have done it on my burglar, but I'm not 100%. So, look at Noah. Noah, look at this guy's got 4 arrows sticking out of him. Oh, you got Noah and Maddie. Oh my goodness, this is like Hunter overload. There is a fallen ranger, but that's not the one. Okay, all ready here. Do we have to talk to him? I thought he says something. Maybe he got up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I have some. There we are. My melee champ here. I'm not even gonna get a chance to touch some of these guys, I don't think, with all this ranged. I'm just gonna sit in the corner and wait for someone to pop out, I think. There we go. So this, of course, this is like kind of a bit of a marathon of like you just go through wave after wave of fell spirits and Angmarim on the side. Let's see if I can get this sorceress to come over here. Get over here. Line of sight her. Well, that was a useless 2 to the horn. Yay, finally I heard the sleigh bell ring, damn it. So just in case you guys were wondering where I draw the inspiration from this character, well, it comes from 2 places. I might as well tell stories since these hunters pretty much have everything covered anyway. So Grognak is a character from the Fallout franchise. He never really appears in the game. You can get his axe, which is why I have an axe-wielding barbarian. I'm past the point where I'm going to min-max and be like, oh, I should be using a greatsword or whatever I should be using. I just kind of go with character concepts that make me laugh and, you know, that I don't take too seriously. I have mains that I can mess around with in raids, but for the most part. So Grognak is from Fallout. He has a comic book series and he's of course based off of the Conan of Robert E. Howard fame, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2 movies, and Jason Momoa in 1, although I didn't really like that version. So we've got Grognak here, and I also really enjoy playing the survival game Conan Exiles. That's kind of, when I'm not playing Lotro, I'm usually found playing that or Pathfinder. And in the Conan Exiles game, you actually have a character that you can I guess the cool thing about Conan is you get thralls. Like you can go capture people, beat them unconscious, put them in the Wheel of Pain to break their spirit. I'm not lying here, folks. You put them in the Wheel of Pain, break their spirit, and then they become your slaves. So it's kind of a really cool concept. I don't know if that appears in any other game. I know you can get allies and whatnot, but not by breaking their will and basically, like doing it that way. But there's a character in the game called the Sumerian Berserker. He's like one of Conan's people, and they've got some pretty cool, family friendly folks. Thanks, Rue. Thanks. Thank you, son. That's the little bus that that I'm throwing you under. So anyway, so if that sounds fun, it is. And the Sumerian Berserker is like my favorite person, because you can also take people and you can put them, like, you can enslave people to work for you, so you can put them on crafting stations, or you can actually have them as fighting companions along with animals. You can get animal companions as well. And man, these guys, I can't believe how many of them there are. And so if you do have them as a companion, the Sumerian Berserker is extremely powerful. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nengon's done now. Whew. Damn, guys. Now that was a battle. Okay. So do we just get everything going at once? Do we Leroy it? I think, yeah, apparently we do. Was that Noah? Did you... Did the bowmaster just lose his grip on the bow again? Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that tree isn't activated. Look at this noob. I don't even know when the trees activate. So I gotta tell you, folks. I found out something. I don't know how long this has been going on, but it's news to me. So I found out that you can actually purchase. I think we're going in on opposite sides here. This is quite the fun gang. I have to loot this ranger. I don't know if I can just do it after the fight's done, or if I do it now. Anyway, guys, all right, we're gonna just start this. We don't really have a tank. I'll take the brunt of it. So I didn't know you could buy. Whoa! What just happened? This guy had like 100,000 morale. You guys just send heart seekers his? Well, that'll do it. For Nengon. Wow. Momoa should have had the haircut though. Right. I agree. I think he would have looked good too, had he looked like the Khal Drogo from the what the hell? The ranger disappeared? Everything disappeared. I did upshot. I'm like, yeah, he's dead. Jeez, you guys, what a bunch of animals. I mean, maybe I'm as out of touch as the Hall & Oates song, but that was pretty incredible. Okay, so let's do an Ostelendil then. Let's do that one. Damn, you guys are monstrous. All right. Wow. Yeah. And yes, The bowmaster. Well, at least it wasn't a fire arrow, Noah. But I won't go there, buddy. I'm not gonna. I won't bring up that pain that you caused on someone else. Let's see here. Pay level 54. Gondo, I'm gonna do it 54. I think we're all out. Maybe I have to do it again. Oh, AFK for a minute. All right, John. All right, John.
The Black Numenorians in league with Amarthiel have come to Ost-Elendir.
Okay, so I'm not gonna let's just give John a couple seconds to load in before we bowmaster. Just give John a moment. Anyway, guys, I never finished my story. This would have been an unfinished tale. It's like I built it up. Are you ready? Have you heard of this? So I didn't know. I don't know if it was from a recent expansion either, Gondo, but I was talking to you about it earlier. I didn't know you could buy, like, clouds or skies for your homestead. Like, for your house. Like, so that when you look up, you see a different sky. Like, I had no idea. I don't know if that's like something that they introduced some time ago, or if it maybe came out with the new Erebor housing. But I was watching Jessica's stream, the Green Eye Gamer stream earlier, and they added it with update 32. Okay, and she was like, she had a bunch of them, and I was like, holy smoke, you can. And one of them was Ivendim Skies, and I've always loved Ivendim. It's my favorite zone as far as beauty goes. So so that was a pretty cool moment there. So but so Gondo, do you buy those from the store or do you earn them somehow? Or anyone who would know. Anyway, guys, what I'm gonna do, Swimmer the Roo, are you there? You get them from the Rep Traders. Oh, you can get a few at the Rivendell Rep Trader. Okay. All right, good to know. I had no clue. Okay, so the Rivendell, the one that's off in that cave, right? Like the and just silver. Damn. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Rue, can you do a couple of not shout outs, but good luck in your adventures. Thanks for the answers. Dinner time for me. Thank you, Godfrey. Thank you for coming and checking out the stream. Hope to see you on Thursday. And yeah, have a good dinner. Have a good dinner and have a good evening. So. The Ivendim ones are from Tinadir. Okay, all right. I am definitely a noob, and I didn't catch that in the update notes. So that's pretty neat. So Swimmer, sorry, I was just going to get you to shout out maybe the Discord, and whatnot. And actually, I gotta while we're waiting for John, just shout yourself out, Swimmeroo. I'm gonna tell your story here in a second. So thanks for the YouTube. The YouTube is for those of you who want to watch like previous shows. John's here, so I'm going to make this quick. Swimmer the Roo is my son, and he's just starting off in his streaming journey. You can find him at swimmer _ Roo as it is, or just click on the Discord link. He's just trying to make affiliate, folks. I think he's got about 23 or 24 followers. So if you want to take a second, go over on Twitch and give him a follow. I would appreciate it. And yeah, so that would be cool. Yep, we're good to go. Everybody's here. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to kind of hijack our run, but he's a good kid. I got to give him that. He's good. He plays Pokemon the card game a lot on his stream. I think he's gonna branch out, maybe do another couple of things. But if you want to go check out just a good kid, he takes jokes well. John is his sensei. We're trying to teach him some aggression because he's very much Canadian, so never wants to kind of put the foot on the neck and finish him. So we're trying to get that killer instinct in there. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming. I appreciate your being here as well. It's been a lot of fun, this little stream. Guys, I'm not really sure how this is done anymore. I used to do it a certain way. I used to just go clear out this clear out the middle, clear out this first passage, and just throw open the curtain and take everybody out down this one. I don't know, kind of know if that's how it's still done, or let's see here. Looks like it is. Okay. If being nice is Canadian, I need to learn. Well, it's just I say sorry a lot. I really do. And it's kind of a. Now, is this the same? Do we just grab them and bring them back to the light? I may be off in my reckoning here. I'm just gonna follow Gondo. Gondo knows what he's doing. We just doing them all? Alrighty. Like I said, I don't know. I used to kind of do it one way, but that was when I used to make these like lunchtime runs, and maybe the mechanics are a little different now. So I always just clear one and get the boss. I gotcha. Well, I guess we're doing some deeding in here, right? We're getting fell spirits here, so might as well get them all. This is a good way to deed. I never argue with a good way to deed. Alright, let's go do the far end then. For the deed, I figure, yeah. I didn't stop saying sorry. Yeah, okay, sorry. Exactly, you know. What's funny is just the grocery store thing, and it's like, no one's at fault, but we apologize, you know, it's just You know what I really like, though? You know what I really get a kick out of is I don't know if it's just because we're tourists down there a lot, but whenever I go to Florida, I get a kick out of the response to, like, me saying sorry all the time, because I'm always just, oh, sorry, or sorry. And they're just like, no, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, you're fine, you know? Like, every time I say it, they reassure me that I didn't mean them any harm, and I hope they, like, I hope they do it because they're just used to us saying sorry all the time, but definitely one of my favorite places in the world, I gotta say. I was down there for a little while, picked up the accent. Let's see here. Someone told me it stems from lack of confidence. Not wrong. That could be it too. That could be it too, of joking. I was not a confident person growing up. I was not. I was always fearful of rejection and fearful of failure. Okay, so we got them all now, guys. So what happens now? But I think as you get older, you just really stop caring what other people think about you as much, because it's not all about friends, it's more about family, and you realize they're stuck with you. So, oh, okay, so we gotta drag this guy now back to the room, right? Okay. Yeah, so family's stuck with you. I've got a good family, though, so I'm glad I'm stuck with them. Maybe more so than they're glad they're stuck with me. Yeah, hunters, that's right. I brought the morale, or the hope tokens, because I gotta bring something to this fight. You guys are just like monsters of hunting. Anywhere Steely Dad is my favorite place. Well, you know what, son? That's probably the nicest thing anybody's child could say to them. So I'm not gonna get all verklempt, but thank you very much. That's the best compliment a dad could get. So very, very cool. Very cool. So maybe I'll bring you with me. I'll stow you in the thing and we'll go to Florida. Put you in the trunk. So okay, so what do we do here, guys? I used to just open up one of these things and then drag the boss over. Which one you want to do? This one? Okay, perfect. I'll wait for you, Gondo. I'll grab him. What's my pull? Okay, there we go. My donor isn't getting praised like that at any time soon. No. Well, some of us, you know what? I didn't have a very good relationship with my dad, so I really tried to make my relationship with my son better. I was always like afraid of my dad, so. And he had his own ghosts. He had his own skeletons and whatnot. So, but I gotta tell you that you know, like at one point in time, it was kind of neat. You know, at one point in time, if you're young, you know, you don't understand why your parents do the things that they do. I will say that. Sometimes they have mysterious ways. Sometimes they do things that are very selfish, and you don't understand as a child, but then you understand as an adult. You know. But yeah, breaking the cycle, actually, yes, 100%. In more ways than one, I will tell you. I'm not going to get that personal, but I did get a chance to really get to know my dad back when I had my son. I never cut him off from him, and he kind of mellowed out the older he got as well. But I lost my dad August 31st, 2020. Yes, August 31st, 2020. I lost my dad just a couple of years ago. And about 6 months later, I lost my grandfather. And I think I felt my grandfather's loss more. But I'm still really glad that I had that time to get to know my dad in my early 30s like I did. I will say that. So it helped me to understand him. It didn't necessarily make me like him more, but it helped me understand him. So it's one of those ask me anything streams, right? So I don't mean to be so morose, folks, and I'm sorry. We're just slaughtering in here, and I have time to talk because these legends are all destroying everything they see. Although our hunters may be pulling aggro a little bit too much. Sorry guys, I'm not really that great at holding aggro, it would seem. And we don't really have a healer, so. Let's go green. Oh, let's not say we did. Let's just DPS. Oh, no problem, no problem. I don't mind getting personal and I don't mind chatting. I just, you know, I tend to share what I want to share, so some of it maybe... Is the boss still there? Yes, he is. Okay. Okay, you guys, I got him. At least I had him until Noah the Bowmaster went berserk and pulled him off me. And that was it. That was it. This guy died with arrows. He's like Boromir. Died with arrows sticking out of him and everything. You guys are crazy. That's crazy DPS. Madness. Oh, I guess we don't all have to loot the chest. Alright, guys. I think that's all I have time for as far as instances goes. Oh, I don't even know what was going on in World Chat. I usually have World Chat kind of muted on some characters and just have a tab open for it. But anyway, I think we'll probably call it here, guys. Let's have another riddle. Let's have one more before you guys head out. So, let's see if I can find a good quick hitter here. I don't know if I use this one. I think I did, so I'm not going to do it. Let's see here. I'm both a button pusher and clicker when I play Lotro. No, it doesn't matter what you are. You're a beast. You're just a monster of DPS. You're the young bowmaster, and I will say that. So, you know what? I don't really like most of these. It's kind of a lame page. Okay. I think I may have used this a long time ago. I have fangs. Here's the riddle, guys. I have fangs and enjoy piercing holes with a single bite. What am I? I have fangs and I enjoy piercing holes with a single bite. What am I? I think I've asked something like this before, but it may not be the exact thing. So riddle time is open, guys. And while riddle time is open, one more time, I'll give it to you. I have fangs and enjoy piercing holes with a single bite. What am I? Can opener? No Gondo? Yes, Joaquin! Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, and welcome to the winner's circle. You just guessed the riddle. So, and I hope you had a good time. Hope all of you had a good time. Thanks for joining. It's been an eventful stream. Gondo, welcome to the VIP. Thank you so much for those subs. Thanks everybody for being here. You know, we got two raids. We got a race from the Road Garden. Yeah, we got a raid from the Rose Garden, and then we got a raid from Liren 1986. So you know, like thanks to those guys. Thanks Maddie. Thanks for joining us. I mean, you know, you're more than welcome to join us on any adventures. And like I said, I really enjoyed my time with Dances and with Ents. I made some really good friends, met some awesome people. Thanks everybody for being here. Next stream is going to be on Thursday. I'm going to continue into Eregion, I think, with Jubilost. And if you want to check things out in the Discord, if you want to check out anything else, if you want to message me in game, then go ahead. Yeah, and thanks everybody for just being here. If you haven't followed yet, follow and come back, see us on Thursday. We've got a good community and lots of fun here. So everybody have a good Wednesday and early Thursday, and we'll see you soon. And yeah, that's it. Cheers. Bye from Middle Earth. Swimmer the Rude. This is a voice from beyond. I'm just going to check and we'll see if I'm going to raid anyone. So I'm going to have a look.